New session, same Grimith. Let's go to Hong Kong.
I'm taking you to New York.
What?
My orders are to go to Hong Kong.
Your brother's in trouble. You need to meet him in Hell's Kitchen at the apartment.
What's wrong?
I'll let him speak for himself. He just wanted me to get you to the hotel.
Probably doesn't have anything to do with the kill switch manually suggested. Or, you know, the UNATCO agents hunting him with orders to terminate him on sight. Probably doesn't have anything to do with any of that, right? Right. So, change of plans, we're going to New York. Back to Hell's Kitchen. Because Paul didn't find a new place to stay. That would have been smart.
He doesn't have much time.
Your brother's hurt pretty bad. You'll find him at the apartment. If he can walk, get him to come with you. I can pick you guys up in Battery Park.
Okay. So we're going to aid and abet a fugitive from UNATCO justice. I suppose he's our brother. And there's nothing new spread around out here, but then again, you know, it's only been a few hours, and Paul isn't exactly in the best of shape.
Is this kill switch real? What's it going to do to you?
I'm afraid that's, classified.
Manderley said you're going to die.
You've got to have God clearance to know. The nanites can be programmed for exponential growth.
There's a chopper that can take us to Hong Kong. You know Jock?
First, you're the only one that can help. I need to send the NSF distress code. UNATCO tracked Lebedev to the other NSF bases, and to Silhouette in France.
I came to get you out of here.
JC, you've got to believe me. UNATCO takes payoffs. Silhouette, the other terrorist groups, they're our allies.
You've done what you can for the rebels. Let's go.
You want proof? Pay a visit to the NSF headquarters. Down in the basement, protected by booby traps, a data cube sits on the edge of a table. My report to the militia leaders. Here, I have a photograph of the building. It's a couple blocks to the west, behind the bar.
And I suppose while I'm there, you want me to encrypt a signal with the NSF transmitter. Bypass UNATCO SIGINT?
A lot of people could die. My friend Chad, for example, the leader of Silhouette.
I'll check out the facility, but I can't promise I'll help the terrorists. Be ready to leave for Hong Kong when I get back.
Oh, Chad. We'll be hearing more about Chad later. Also, I'm glad that, there was no sound clipping from Paul that time. I actually did play through this section in the last session, and, the game proceeded to degrade and break down horribly in a way I'd never seen before, which probably proceeded for me to get extremely angry because I didn't make a hard save, because I've been relying on quick save, which almost never happens. I'm an idiot. It happens once in a blue moon. Me having to replay content. With the end story just being that I got so angry that now we're starting a new session. Right. So, let's go ahead and check the computer. Chameleon. We picked up an upgrade canister there, which reminds me, I expressed some minor concern at the end of last video that I missed an upgrade canister, I believe. Well, I checked to confirm that after last session, and I've never heard this before. Well, I checked to confirm, and no, I did not miss an upgrade canister. Anyway, let's go see.
My boyfriend.
And what is he?
He's Jojo. God.
I don't like him staying in my hotel.
Then evict him.
How'd you get mixed up with someone like that in the first place?
Jesus, Dad, do you expect me to do it? It's your hotel.
I just don't want any trouble.
Then get used to it. Jojo's the boss on this street. Nothing anybody can do about it.
Sounds like Gilbert and Sandra are still having some problems. Let's see what we can do about that.
What's the trouble?
None of your business.
One of the neighborhood thugs, Jojo. He thinks he owns the block.
I can straighten him out. Just tell me where he is.
I get some rough people in here, but this guy, I don't know, he's jumpy.
He's just a punk. I'll take care of it.
Can you help me out? I could really use a gun for protection.
You know what? Sure.
You can have my pistol. That'll keep you safe.
Thanks. That'll help.
You aren't gonna shoot nobody. Jesus.
Be careful with that.
You're
Alright.
gonna get him killed.
Yeah. So, I didn't exactly need my big people pistol there anyway, and I'm not too concerned about my weapons right now.
You're gonna get him killed.
We'll find out before the end of the session. Anyway, Jojo's gonna make his way down. And we'll have something to say about that. We gave Gilbert a pistol of his own. Civilians aren't allowed to have weapons.
You're gonna get him killed.
Shut up. Listen, trust me, I'm a trained professional. It's my first day on the job. There's Jojo himself. Jojo
You're gonna
Fine.
get him killed.
What you just lying around for, girl?
What?
I told you, Bar Rush is money, is business.
In a minute.
That's my daughter you're talking to.
I already explained it, old man. Your girl, she needs me. She don't got an education, and all you got to give her is a job killing rats.
This is my hotel. I want you to leave.
Next thing is, I explain it to Lo Bruto. Is that what you want?
I'll go already. Leave him. Get him!
That was interesting. My first shots didn't quite connect. Now let's wait for these two to calm down. Anyway, if you don't stick your face in that situation, regardless of whether you give Gilbert a gun, Jojo explains it in a hostile fashion. You don't want that to happen. At least I didn't want that to happen. I'd rather resolve the situation, I guess I can't say peacefully. Well, you'll have to take... The cleaner bots can handle that.
We got it.
I was hoping I'd run into that punk.
I can't believe you shot him.
I won't stand by and let somebody treat you like that.
Oh, that's just Jojo. He talks big.
I think he'll be happier without that guy around.
Now maybe you can stay home for a while.
Dad.
Or at least stick around the hotel. I just want to know that you're safe.
I don't know. Maybe.
Give it a try. I promise I won't cramp your style.
Maybe I'll stick around until I get on my feet.
I'd love to stay and chat, but I've got to get moving.
I'm glad that's over.
Since Johnny's dead too, maybe I can get back to a normal life.
Yeah. Anyway, if you don't give up a pistol to Gilbert, Sandra actually decides that she wants to run away and head as far as money and God will allow her to the West Coast. But we surrendered the pistol, and even though Gilbert didn't shoot it, he can use that to better protect. Apparently, it impressed his daughter in some form or fashion. Anyway, a public computer terminal. We have a terrorist attack in LaGuardia. And Paige donates to area clinics. This is the very least I could do. What an ass. Okay. We can still hear Jock's helicopter up on the roof. Fiddle around with my weapons here a bit, just to make sure they're reloaded. Actually, I picked the wrong weapon to reload.
Yes. Password?
Bloodshot.
Let's go visit Smuggler. Did I mention already in this video that, oh god, I can't even remember now. This is bad. That, Ford Schick is supposed to be here. If you actually rescued him the first time you were in Hell's Kitchen, you can't go do that now. The way is blocked off and you can't complete that quest anymore. But if you did it the first time, according to original game design, he's supposed to be here, and you talk to him, he gives you an augmentation upgrade canister. Well, he's not here, so he can't give it to you, and even if you hack him in the game, he still won't give it to you. So you can hack him into the game and listen to his dialogue, then hack the augmentation upgrade canister into the game. It's simple console command stuff. I don't plan on doing it, but it exists. I honestly can't remember whether I mentioned that or not. I know I did yesterday, and then I got angry, so... there you go, folks. And if I mention it twice, I'm old. I forget.
Tell Paul he better lay low for the next few hours.
Okay. I have inventory space.
Now what do you want?
Anything for sale?
Hey, about your brother. If he's in Hell's Kitchen, he's a sitting duck.
So you heard that he went over to the NSF?
Unatco's got this place nailed down. One thing they can't stand, an agent gone AWOL.
Maybe I should prepare for the worst. What do you have for me?
I have an extended clip that'll fit most handguns and rifles for 1,500 credits, a range weapon mod for 2,400, and a napalm canister that fits most flamethrowers for 2,250.
You know, I'm flush with cash.
I'll give you 2,400 for the range mod.
Deal.
This doesn't exactly matter too much, but again, I'm flush with cash. As I'm sure you folks might have picked up from the context clues, or at least from the dialogue, even if you hadn't played the game, JC got his op bonus despite failing to kill one Lebedev. And if you kill one Lebedev, Manderly's all happy about it and he gives you 1,000 credits. Well, I'm pretty sure he gave us 1,000 credits anyway, so you don't even lose out on money for listening to what Juan says. Anyway, we got ourselves a range mod here. We're gonna stick that on the stealth pistol.
This is what I've got.
And apparently we... Oh, this is
It's only
exactly
the
what I
extended
wanted.
clip for 1,500.
Deal.
I mean, that's what I wanted to do anyway, but interesting. Wasn't expecting to hop back into the dialogue immediately. We're gonna put this clip mod on the assault rifle, so that it consumes the most ammunition in such a short burst of time. Anyway, public terminal need passage. Smuggler is, in fact, a smuggler of people. As well as, you know, goods and firearms. And also polio vaccinations. You can pause to read that on your own. When everything is permitted, nothing is free.
I've heard talk of a raid on the Ton.
Yep, that happened. Anyway, because I have 19 multi-tools, let's just go ahead and use 2 of them. Someone asked in the comments, as I have made the last 2 videos public, 13 and 14, someone asked on 13, and I forget the name, whether I would ever use all of these lockpicks and multi-tools. The answer to that question is an emphatic no. Really, you don't need any levels of computers or electronics at all if you have a basic concept of where things are, and I should have been using my speed enhancement all this time. I suppose I wanted to listen to myself talk. It's a bag of hot air. Anyway, no, if you know where the goodies are, you don't need all of them. You really don't. I think it's just sort of habit that I take that level of each. Probably because I'm used to playing through quicker, and I don't pick up all these little knickknacks and items. And we're still not going to pick up all the little knickknacks and items in this playthrough, but I'm showing off more, courtesy of the fact that I'm recording this. Anyway, that door was not open before, and hello there, sir. How's it going?
I thought they were shipping you off to Hong Kong.
Had to pack a few things. What's going on here?
Damage control. The NSF got their hands on some pretty sensitive material.
Probably had something to do with my two-faced brother.
Nothing we can't clean up.
Mind if I take a look around?
Go right ahead.
Anyway, let's go ahead and make a hard save here. Out of immense concern that something bad might happen to the game.
I don't care what they say. Paul was a great agent. I hate to see him go.
You know, I can appreciate that. And for that reason and that reason alone, I'm going to knock you unconscious. There's also 2 combat supply crates back there containing some 12 gauge and a broad charger, neither of which we need.
You'll need to send the signal from the satellite dish on the top of the warehouse. If you're unable to hack the computers up there, you'll need the instructions and account information Lebedev sent me. One of our agents who tried to send the signal but got run off left the data cube in a secret area below the garage. Look for a hatch under some boxes. A computer on the 3rd floor can unlock the hatch.
Okay, so we got a few options here in this area. Investigate the captured NSF base to the west behind the bar to see if Paul is telling the truth about UNATCO. If he is, help the rebels by sending a distress signal from the satellite transmitter. And you know, if you have enough computer skill, you can completely skip a rather lengthy portion of this this map. And I do have the computer skill, however, in the interest of showing off the basement, we'll go do that. Anyway, turn on my speed enhancement again. We'll open the door. Place has changed a little bit since we last arrived. There's a repair bot. We'll make good use out of that. I think there's a hazmat suit in here. Yep, hazmat suit. Don't care. Let's see. Bioelectric cell, probably? No, actual medkit. And some 12 gauge that I don't need.
But what's it for?
That's a dumb question.
No, really. What does UNATCO need with that kind of money?
Just look around. Think UNATCO'd be handing out assault guns if funding was left to the UN?
Well...
The uniforms. If it wasn't for Simons, we'd still be wearing those little white helmets.
Yeah?
He's what they call a philanthropist.
Axe this file?
Yeah, all of it. The whole directory.
What I want to know is what he gets in return.
Don't you know what a philanthropist is?
Yeah, like Nietzsche.
No, a philanthropist, giving to charity.
Oh.
Well, that's why he volunteered for FEMA, to help out after hurricanes and that kind of thing.
That's a lot of money to just give away.
Some people are just good, you know? Good to the bone.
That guy's assault rifle was phasing in and out of existence.
You shouldn't be in here.
We're in the middle of something.
Yeah, this reminds me of another point that I mentioned in the aborted video, and one that actually JC will bring up later. Walton Simons is the head of FEMA, and yet we've seen him at UNATCO headquarters twice. The second time he was there, he mentioned how he's there to clean up the place. UNATCO, of course, is an international organization. FEMA, of course, is, you know, a United States organization. It's a government agency. And so it's very interesting that Walton Simons would have the power and authority to control that. Just food for thought. Anyway, up here in level 3 is where we needed to go. For this optional crap. We need to vent out the halon gas in that room, or else bad things will happen to us. And we don't want bad things to happen. I do believe we got the access information to hack into this terminal, however, well, you know, to normally log into it, but we'll hack into it because that's more convenient for me to do than remember names and passwords. Hacking is so convenient these days, I tell you. And I suppose I'll run up to the roof to show you how that's gonna look, but we'll be back up there later. Well, here later. It's a TNT crate, by the way. Oh, another combat supply crate. 10mm ammo, which we don't... Oh, guess we did need that. Let's go ahead and reload. I probably didn't even equip all the mods, either. That's a thing. Go ahead and put that clip mod on that. Recoil mod goes on the sniper rifle. Tayama said that I might as well start putting points into rifles anyway.
Agent. Guess you have the command now.
And no, if I wanted to do that, then I would have done that from the very beginning. Having a high-level rifle skill makes this game so easy. I've done it so many times. The same is true for pistols. We gotta mix it up, right? And so I don't need to reload this. I'm compensating by just getting all those accuracy mods and putting on the sniper rifle instead.
Just taking a break.
You know, I can understand that.
Maybe you can cut through the malarkey and get us out of here before morning.
I appreciate the relaxed, respectful tone you're taking with me, sir. I really do. That matters to me. Also, I got a combat knife. There's another guy. There's 2 people who patrol up on this roof. I'm only seeing 1. Huh. The other guy phased out of existence? That's weird. Anyway, this is where we play around with the satellites and send the distress signal. Ah, there you are. I didn't even know you went down there.
Just keeping busy.
Dude, I understand, man. I've been on long shifts before. I know how it goes. I'll make it a little bit less long for you. Was there a reason I knocked those people unconscious? Yes. I didn't want to kill them.
You're not cleared to be up here, Agent.
Was there going to be a situation in which I kill those people? Yes. You see, if we send out a distress signal, UNATCO's probably not going to take too kindly to that. Spumblers. I don't really think that's spumbling. I kind of think it's understandable. Besides, I never said this playthrough would be spumbler-free, man. Anyway, here we are in the basement. It's full of fun and games. Different kind of traps. Different ways to resolve the situation. I have the gas gun. We'll go this way. And hack into this computer. Using our handy-dandy hotkeys. We'll open some doors for us. And turn off some cameras. Alarms down here do not disturb the UNATCO troopers. They only just disturb the turrets that are about. Let's take care of this. Do some good old-fashioned pistol fire. There we go. It's a lockpick and a multi-tool. It's a lockpick and a multi-tool. Here is the other end of this tunnel I showed you. You can run through the first laser field. Of course, you can always use the bypass tool. And duck into that hole there in the wall to escape fire from the turrets. And wait for the alarm to die down and appear out here. Of course, this is the way that we just came. You can take this path as well. It leads us to here. Now, in this room, there's a bypass tool thing, which only removes the laser beams on that cubbyhole, and there's another cubbyhole. So you run through these lasers, you hide in the cubbyhole until the alarm dies. You run through those lasers, you hide another cubbyhole. That just takes too much time for the purposes of this recording. I have so much ordnance, folks. It doesn't even matter. I got turned around again. Of course, this way. Oh, curses. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. So, how do we resolve situations like these? Like I said, through ordnance. You know, I was actually expecting the splash damage to be so great to actually take care of that turret, too. Now, I could be using my lambs. I don't want to use my lambs. We'll use lambs later. I think that takes care of all of them. Sure does. Oh no, it's all beeping at me. Ah! It's so loud. It's not annoying or anything. No. Anyway, here's the other side of this. We got some rockets in here, including some white phosphorus. Another hazmat suit, which I don't care about. Some TNT crates. Oh no! I took radiation damage. It's terrible. And now our ears have stopped lighting up. It's great. Here's another sealed passage. Dun dun dun. I'm pretty sure with enough ordnance you can actually remove these things. But the memory's a little rusty. You know, I could also make use out of the TNT crates. That sounds like fun. Easy does it, steady as she goes. Steady as she goes, lads. And I want to save the lambs for something big that's coming up. Oof. Haha. Haha. That being said, I'll use one for this. Demonstrative purposes only. Kids, don't try this at home. And I probably coded that with way too much. The explosion actually took out this one too. Holy shit. Alright, I guess a hazmat suit would be useful in this situation, huh? Didn't take this wall out, but it took out this wall. Oh, man. Totally worth a lamb. Anyway, this is an alternate path that you could take. It's full of fun and games. There's a few crates back there. I think there's some more ballistic armor. It doesn't matter to us. And I think this will be enough lambs. Also, fantastic. Even unlocked that, too. This is the cube that we need if we don't have hacking.
You've got what you need to use the transmitter on the roof. Look around in that room. You should find records of the bribes Manderley has been taking. Then get to the roof, JC. I need you to send that distress signal.
Paul, I'm sending this message from the plane. UNATCO has been even more ruthless than we'd feared, and the reports I'm receiving now are that our people are being slaughtered in tunnels. It's probably only a matter of time before I'm captured and executed, and I don't doubt that they'll kill everyone they can back at our headquarters. If you find this, you must get a message out to our people. Align the communications dishes using the satellite dish control computer. Nearby is the actual communications console. A coded warning will automatically be bounced to everyone on our network. I can hear the gunshots. They've reached the plane. I'm sorry I won't be able to thank you in person. You've done much for the peoples of the world. Juan Lebedev. Riot prod, prod charger, gas grenade, which you don't care about. Also, might as well use this augmentation canister. We will be seeing more toxins and environmental problems. before it's all said and done, and I don't need a 4th level of speed enhancement right now, as convenient as it can be. So let's go ahead and get some more environmental resistance. Make those hazmat suits even more obsolete, right? An accuracy mod, which I'll go ahead and put on the stealth pistol. Go ahead and reload this. So gonna hold its full 10 shots. That's fine. Did I reload the GEP gun? Yep. GEP gun reloaded, and I still have plenty of rockets despite the several that I spent. Through this door is where you would come out if you went this other way, and then you could go back into there. 2 bioelectric cells, a lockpick, and up this stairwell. This opens this door, which is you're completely unable to interact with this door. You have to use that switch. Anyway, that takes care of this video, folks. We'll go ahead and make a hard save here, and on the next episode, I imagine that, well, we're gonna ascend to that roof, and oh, that fucking reminds me. I completely forgot about the data cube. I was so excited to finally get through this session again. Here you go. 1. I have a feeling that, one way or another, my time here is short, and I think my loyalties are already being questioned. The inevitable complications from the raid are only going to raise more doubts, so I've pulled together everything I could access without raising additional suspicions. Attached, you should find information linking Simons, Manderley, and other high-ranking members of UNATCO through covert communications and a series of monetary payments. If you check the records, over 10,000 credits a month is being placed into an anonymous Zurich account, routinely accessed by Manderley. The payments were slick, being dispersed through a number of shell companies and orbital banks, but they all eventually originate with companies in which Simons has a controlling interest, if you follow the trail far enough back. I also managed to document some of the UNATCO's less than shining operations, including their role in the statue bombing. That's right! According to this evidence here attached, which is 100% authentic, we are incapable of believing otherwise, at least according to the game. UNATCO is responsible for the Statue of Liberty bombing, which makes sense, if you think about it. The conspiracy's needling into your brain. Most disturbing is further verification of Tracer's suspicion that UNATCO may not only be involved with the distribution of ambrosia, but also with the Grey Death in some way, which we have some metagame knowledge of after watching that opening cutscene between Walton Simons and Bob Page. I've given a copy of all this same material to Jock with orders delivered to Tracer if things get as bad as I think they might. Be careful. Paul. So there's your evidence right there. You can completely miss that cube. Hell, I knew it was there, and I still forgot about knowing it was there. Anyway, end of session right here. I'll see you all next time when, I imagine, I'll be sending the NSF distress signal from the satellite transmitter on the roof of NSF HQ. Bye-bye now.